waiting up, wondering if we can get into some trouble tonight.
Hello, love warriors, and welcome to another episode of Bursting with Energy. I'm your host, Jess Flo, life coach and spiritual guide, and we are here to talk energy. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. This is where we talk about how to increase energy in all areas of life. This season is focused on having experts that are known in their field for different areas. So today we're focusing on sound. Last week we focused on spirituality. So I have Mariana with me, who's going to tell us a little bit about herself, and then we're going to transition into our participant section, where you guys actually get to see the participants do activities based on the theme. So hi, Mariana.
Hello, Jessica. Hello.
Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Thank you for inviting me.
So Mariana is a sound therapist. We're going to go straight into her story, and she's going to tell us, who are you, what do you do, and how did you get here?
Okay, so I will start with how I did get
Here.
into
Okay.
sound therapy. I am Brazilian,
Okay.
and I grew up in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
I came to Montreal only 6 years ago, and I grew up surrounded by a very rich musicality culture, right?
So we know Brazil has a lot of
Yes,
music.
and good music.
Yes.
And not only the Brazilian culture is rich in music, but also the landscape and the environment that I grew up. It's everything is lush, and I remember very clear growing up and playing with the sounds of nature. And I was always since very little, I was always playing call and response with the animals of the landscape that I was with.
That's something here in the city we don't get to do often, but maybe more with birds, but I love that, the call of the animals. I
Absolutely.
like that.
The city muffles the sounds of the nature, right?
Nature, yes.
Unfortunately. So I grew up between farm and a city in the countryside.
So you got both worlds.
Yeah, I got both worlds, but it was a small city anyway. But I was in between, and I grew up with cows and horses and birds and wild animals. So I was always listening to their sounds and responding to them for hours. I would play along with them.
I love that.
And of course, this experience really informs my body, my memory, myself. And later on, I started studying visual arts.
Okay.
That was my first undergrad when I started studying at the university and experimenting life. Okay. And during my path in the visual arts, I began working in the performing arts.
Oh, okay.
So I was performing with a lot of other artists in a collective context, experimenting here then, and something really called my attention, which is the fact that usually, of course we have exceptions, but usually in the performing arts, the performers, they don't use their voice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the perform art, like contemporary art field, they don't really use their voice when they are performing, or even
they're
dancers.
more using their body.
They use their body, or even dancers. There's like a muteness happening in the field, which really called my attention. So then I started investigating voice, and that was when I was doing my psychology, clinical psychology PhD. And then I began working and investigating voice, how voice can, what is the connection or the relationship between voice and memory, voice and vibration, sound therapy, voice therapy, how voice can dismantle, you know, the traumas of the body, to, you know, to create new memories. And so I started experimenting with that.
That's amazing. Yeah. So there was a lot you said in there that I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. So that was your journey. How did you feel during that journey? Were you sure, like, this is what I want to do? Was it just...
It was, you know, it was something that changed my life forever.
I love that.
It opened a new path in my life.
That's
immediately. Amazing. And I remember that I was listening a lot of music, especially music that are created by ancient cultures, like Mongolian throat singing or Tibetan throat singing, Inuit singing. You know, I was researching a lot about the overtones that we will talk about it. And I remember listening to those musics with my headphones. I suggest you, every time you want to listen to a sound journey, a sound meditation that is available online, use headphones, because you have a
recommendation.
More powerful experience. And I remember my body like trembling, you know, and like having explosions of like feeling
sensations.
Deeply transformations. It was really moving something in my body, and then I was experimenting.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, before I go into my actual first question, I want to ask, what does sound have to do with memory? Because you said sound and memory. So if we don't know, what is...
Yes, so it's a beautiful question. You know, there's a beautiful way of thinking of it. We could say that our melody of life starts in the womb.
Okay.
When we are germinating, like a very little thing, germinating, unfolding in crazy spiraling movements that the embryology can show us how it is crazy. So we are in the womb, and from the womb, while we are creating ourselves, we are receiving all sort of information through vibration and sound. Since the sound, the sounds of your mom, or the person who is gestating you, right? The mom's voice, or the person
vibration.
Or the sounds of the environment. All sort of sounds that the sounds of the blood system of your mom, or the nervous system, everything that is happening, you are receiving all of these informations, and those informations will start creating a soundtrack, let's say, that leaves marks,
an imprint
in your body.
Wow. So that's what sound has to do with memory. Amazing. It's basically creating you.
Absolutely.
Wow.
We are made out of rhythm patterns.
Wow.
If we could say like that. So, and of course it's not fixed, of course, because then people will say, oh my God, I had a really bad experience when I was a little child, what I'm going to do. No, we are in constant change and creation, and that's why sound is really powerful, because it can really activate those memories and help you to recreate new memories for the future.
That is beautiful. Thank you. Wow. That's amazing. We talked about sound a few times in the season, guys, but like this is a really detailed breakdown of how that influences us. So that's good. So I'm going to go into our questions now that you've clarified that. So what is sound therapy? I think you kind of said it in explaining how memory is, but what do you do as a sound therapist, and how does it influence our body, our mind, and our spirit?
Sound therapy is a therapy that uses sound as vibration to go through a therapeutic process or to heal, let's say. There are many ways of doing it. Nowadays, especially, you can find all sort of sound healers, sound therapists, and they will work differently. My way of doing it, I believe in acoustic sounds. I only work with acoustic sounds, and I will explain why. It's very simple. If we can listen to an orchestra, live orchestra, and we have the choice to listen to an MP3 recorder, which one is richer in terms of
the
sound quality
and the
experience. And of course, it's the acoustic experience. We know that we have been losing the richness of sound from the vinyl to the MP3. We really compressed the sound so much that we lost a lot. Okay, so this is one of the reasons that I only work with acoustic sound. The other reason is that the overtones. Do you know what is overtone?
No. Explain that for us.
The overtones are the rainbow of the sound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
is it like do, re, mi, fa?
No, it's like a, you know, we have like the fundamental note.
Okay.
And with the fundamental note, like a do, we will have with the do a package.
Oh.
That comes together.
Okay.
And it's a package of intervals that go above and that go below.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of like infinitum.
Okay.
So, but our ears, they have like a limited capacity to hear, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
So we can hear just a certain range, like of sounds.
A certain frequency.
Yes, exactly. But we can listen to the overtones. The overtones are an acoustic phenomenon. It's everywhere. The trees sing overtones. The nature sings overtones. This, you know, I'm talking now, and there are overtones happening.
Okay, but I can't hear all
but
of
you
them.
can't hear because the acoustics here doesn't allow us. But there are ways of singing the overtones. For example, if you listen to a Mongolian throat singing, you are going to listen to an like a fundamental note of the Mongolian or the Tuvian singer, which is very low pitch and sometimes throat. And with it, there's a kind of, you can hear like a flute effect. Okay? This flute comes from that voice, his voice or her voice. Okay, so one voice singing a lot of voice. That's the effect that you have, like the sensation when you hear the overtones. It's like a one voice, but you hear many at the same time.
That's amazing.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, so it's like a harmony with one voice.
Exactly. This is the harmonics. Yeah, the harmonics. Okay, of the sound, and for sound therapy, overtones is a key for the therapeutic, the therapy for the healing, because overtones have an incredible like power to really makes everything shake and vibrate higher. And so that's why I work only with acoustic sounds. And the acoustic sounds with my own voice, with the voice of my clients. I guide them through a process with their own voice, or with the acoustic instruments that I have, different types of acoustic instruments that I will choose depending on the elements of each one. I always look at the instruments through the elements, the forces that instrument brings. Earth, air, water, etc.
Oh, we'd have to go deeper into that another day, but that's amazing. By the way, I didn't tell you guys, so I did have a session with Mariana before, so I could experience what she does, and she did make me work with my own voice, and I was actually really surprised because it's been a long time since I've sang, and it sounded beautiful. I was like, very surprised. I was like, wow, is that coming from me?
Yeah.
Okay,
that was beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
And just and another. So I work also in collective, right?
Okay.
With groups.
Oh yes.
And the tuning forks.
Okay.
The tuning forks.
Yeah. So I know there was different instruments. I wasn't sure all the instruments you used because I had my eyes closed at one point. But I know she worked with different sounds. When we were
and the tuning forks on the body, right? We activated the tuning forks and put it on the body, so we hear, because we hear not only by ears, but we hear with also through bones, liquids, and everything, right?
And if you guys are not sure what the tuning fork is, you just Google it and you'll see. It's like it really looks like a fork. Like but how does it influence? So the mind, the body. We know the body, how it influences, because you just said that we hear with our body. How about the mind?
So when, for example, when you sing, when you humming is very interesting. It's so powerful for for adjusting or regulating. When you work with our voice, we regulate immediately our nervous system. Because all of these facial expressions and the larynx and everything here is connected to the vagus nerve.
Oh, yes.
So
we talked about the vagus nerve with Vyasha, guys.
So we regulate nervous system right away through sound, through sounding, through voicing, and through receiving as well acoustic sounds.
Very cool.
There is a tuning that happens as well when you start listening to a music or a sound. There's like you really regulate with tuning.
That's very cool. Imagine just with sound you regulate your mood.
Exactly. Yeah. And in terms of spirituality, of course, when we start vibrating higher, because sound is vibration. We really activate the cells of our body. You know, everything starts vibrate higher. We gain space. We expand, right? And there is the connection.
Yes. That's actually how I felt when we were done. I felt taller. It was really weird. I felt like
correct.
I was looking up. I really felt like I grew a few inches. I was like, that's strange.
And this is interesting because it's common. My clients have this kind of experience. Like, oh, I feel taller, I feel higher, I feel calm, I feel grounded, because those are the facts.
Yeah. Very cool. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for explaining that. So you kind of said all the sound therapists use different techniques. Does any musical tool work to serve as sound therapy? Or should you be conscious about which ones you use?
I would say both. Okay. I think you can use anything because who I am to polish what you are going to use. It depends. If it works for you, great, because it's like a bio-individual, right? However, as a sound therapist, it's absolutely important to be aware of your tools and what you're going to use and for what purpose, right?
Why?
Well, because we are working with, we are really like tuning other people's, right? And body, mind, and spirit. Of course, you can experiment, but it's important to have like a good sense of intuition, to be aware, to be present.
So you shouldn't just grab anything and be like, I'm going to use this. Think about why you're using it.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Because in sound therapy, intention is very important as well.
Yeah,
right?
I completely agree.
Intention. So we need to know what's the intention that you are doing.
So it's kind of like you're building a relationship with your musical tool.
Absolutely. And in my case, I've been studying sound therapy because I really want to be aware of what I'm offering, what I'm doing, and which kind of space I'm holding. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. I find this very impressive. Because I don't think we have sound every day. We hear sounds. Even when we were outside, I'm sure you guys heard sounds too, like the metro, the cars, the birds. But we don't think about how it influences us. So I think it's very important to understand. How can anybody apply sound therapy into their life? Their daily life?
Yeah, so there are many informations on the internet that we can get. There are few sound meditations recorded that I would recommend if people want to listen to.
I can put it in the description box.
Exactly. There are sound therapists that they can go through, like me, and others as well. But there are some exercises that we can do as well, like simple exercises, like start breathing deeply and slowly, releasing some sounds. You know, like scanning the body, how you are feeling, where do you feel the tension, if you need to release some tension, and then trying to, reach your voice, because you can reach different parts of the body with our voice vibration. So if your intention is to reach, for example, your solar plexus, try to do it, and you are going to find the right pitch and the way of going there. And like it's a massage, right?
Yes.
And then humming is very good. You can hum
Mark
for like
talked about us, nervous system, that close your eyes and hum, and then it regulates your nervous system.
Absolutely. So some tools like that.
So experiencing with your voice, so like decide where do I want to reach today, and then playing with the sounds and reaching that. Maybe doing something different every day. Give yourself 5 to 10 minutes if that's all you have. If you can do more, do more. But then playing.
Yeah, humming doesn't need more than the three minutes.
Oh, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's a lot already.
See, everybody has 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, humming is very powerful. But also, just listening to soft music, or having like an instrument that you can just like, or silence. Music, silence too. Silence is very important.
That's
we need
true.
silence.
We hear a lot of sounds every day, so silence is good too, actually. That's true. There's a lot of sound. Even at night, because we're in the cities, it's very hard to get like complete silence.
And there's a lot of sounds inside of ourselves and your mind.
That's true. That's true. Okay, thank you. What do you think of our relationship with sound today? Because it's a lot different. I know you grew up in a lush place where, exactly, in the country where you were with the animals a lot, and now you've also seen what the city life is like. So what do you think, and compare it to like the ancient time where the Mongolians and the Tibetans, what do you think of our relationship with sound today?
Yeah, it's a tricky question. I don't know if I can really answer.
I guess it's more a personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I understand. I do experience like a cacophony, like an overwhelming, like overwhelming,
overload,
in terms of sound, because it's all the time sounding everywhere, all sort of sounds, etc. And this is really tiring for me, especially. I'm sure it's something tiring for everyone. But at the same time, we have all sort of music happening everywhere. Have access to many and different types of musical expressions, etc., which is very rich. But I would like to say a little bit about voice specifically, like the relation between voice nowadays, because it has to do with the ancient ways of living. For example, in the Mongolian communities or Tuva communities, or in the country communities, it's really beautiful to see, to observe that they have a very interesting relationship with the landscape and the animals through their voice. So they sing for the landscape and to the animals. And those sounds, and in the way that I was telling you that when I was little, that I was doing call and response, really create something else, like an expression of that relationship, a conversation of that relation between our bodies and other bodies, right? And we are losing this capacity. We have been losing the complexity of the voice itself, and this is my concern, because voice is a powerful tool for healing. It's an incredible musical instrument, and we mostly use voice for like a normative communication, speech, or to sing, but sometimes it's very normative way of singing as well. So we restrict, right?
We simplify the voice. Okay, I get that.
We no longer make the expressions of the baby when baby used to create, and those sounds are powerful. They say a lot about our memories and
Oh, it's very cool, but in a delicate way. I wanted to ask, do you think that we can have that relationship that we had back in the day with nature, but in the city? Like, could we communicate? Because I feel like there's a form of respect in that conversation with your landscape, and can we still have that in the city?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Maybe food for thought. We should think about that.
City has a different rhythm, right? A different purpose. It's another world.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll think about that one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think we can have that relationship or that conversation with the city rhythm? So before we go into the services you offer, is there anything else, any tips that you have for people when it comes to sound and the relationship with just vibrations? Anything?
Yeah, I think people should follow their intuition. You know, if there's a call, there's a pull, go for it. Yeah.
Follow your intuition. Yeah. And if you need to sit down and discover what that intuition is, take the time to do that, guys.
Absolutely.
Have fun with it. Don't feel like it's like, I need to. Just like, I feel called to do this.
Yeah, allow yourself to go. Right?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Thank you, Mariana.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you. I felt like those were deep answers, but I think you said it in a way that was very understandable. If there's any questions that you have for Mariana, let us know, guys, and then I'll let her know as well. So what services do you offer, and how do they benefit your clients?
So I work in groups and individually. So actually now, next week, my groups are still open, so if someone wants to join, there's still time. So next week on Thursday, I'm going to start a group session. I have two group sessions on Thursdays and Friday evenings, and it's called Authentic Voice Course. So I work with groups in which we are going to explore the voice, the powerful voice for healing, the empowerment of ourselves through voicing, the complexity of voice, the relation between voice and memory, all of these that I was talking previously. So we are going to explore it collectively. So I hold the space, I guide them, I teach, and I share what I've been doing. And it's very interesting to do it collectively. And also we have joy, we sing together, we have circles.
I feel like it creates an atmosphere when you have everyone's voice at the same time.
Yeah, it's really powerful, it's really beautiful. It contagiates, you know. So I work in collective and I work individually. Individually, I give sessions, sound therapy sessions with the tools of acoustic instruments and tuning forks. And I also offer a voice session individually, okay? And sometimes we combine them because it's all about receiving the clients, listening to them. There's a moment to listen, to receive what's going on, etc. And then we go through a session and we close with the welcoming. I have a degree in psychology, right? So there's a listening, part of it, which is important to hold. Yeah, because working with body, with the somatics, soma is body, right? It goes directly to the affect, so it comes out a lot, release, emotional release, etc. So if you are not able to hold the space and take care of it, right? Like be careful with what comes out and how to hold it. And it's tricky, so
you have to have that safe space for you.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that. And so when I went in, there was like two sections. There was that where we had time to talk and then go into the musical and then have the closing. So it is very special. We did put her website on the screen, guys, so you can always go check it out. She has all her services there that are available, and her space is very, very special. So thank you, Mariana.
Thank you, darling.
Is there anything else you want to add? You can say anything, or I feel like we said a lot. I do want to have her back on season 3, so we can go maybe and talk about elements as well.
Absolutely, I would love that.
And then maybe check out her space because it is very special.
You are very welcome. Yes. Yeah, I just want to thank you. I admire your work.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope you guys are enjoying the episode as well. That's all for Mariana, unless she wants to add anything else.
That's it. Thank you.
And then we're going to go into our participants that are going to talk about their journey with music as well.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yes, thank you.
You're going to have a good day?
Yes, thank you.
Come on in. Oh, ok. Ah, on va vous mettre le micro. Yeah, we'll put this little public. No, I don't think we can. You couldn't see mine.
poubelle.
To you. Thank you.
C'est la poubelle, ça. C'est la poubelle, là. J'ai jeté mon...
It looks nice, like, it looks chic. It looks chic. It looks chic. So guys, can they still hear me? Make sure to like, share, subscribe, check out the other episodes. We did talk about spirituality and dived into what that looked like from Joyce's point of view. We also looked at communication, which is also that form of expression and playing with the face, playing with the body. And now, like you guys heard, we talked about sound and vibrations. So I'm hoping you guys are liking the themes that we've tackled this season so far. And we're going to have more to come. Get comfortable. Ça va?
Ça va et toi?
Oui, oui, ça va. All right. Oh, my sample oil. I'll give it to you guys after. How's the sound? Tisha, were you on the live?
Yeah.
Was there any comments? Was anybody live with us?
I saw someone, but I didn't look at the comments. I was just listening for the sound.
Okay, let me see. Get comfortable. Like on I know you're a big guy. C'est correct.
Moi, je suis good.
Is my sound good?
Yes. Yay! Are we good? So we did a real quick transition today, guys. Awesome. So we have our participants with us. So I wanted to get people that were in the musical field, that were in the entertainment, because they know music, they use music in their daily life, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Presque tous les jours, they're in music. Vous pouvez répondre en anglais-français. La chaîne, c'est anglais-français. So do whatever is comfortable for you guys. And we're going to go into breathing. So we're going to start with our breathing. Chaque émission, je fais un truc de respiration ou c'est un challenge, en fait. So, vous allez tenir votre respiration pour comme 1 minute. And then la personne qui va gagner va recevoir a little sample oil, okay? Et aujourd'hui, I have wild orange with you guys because we're bursting with energy. So I brought some orange. And it's getting warm outside, so I wanted to help you guys get into that energy. Deuxièmement, we're going to go into music. Pick your instrument. So, vous avez vu, j'ai des instruments avec moi. And you guys are going to intuitively pick an instrument et vous pouvez faire ce que vous voulez avec. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes et vous allez faire un truc de 30 secondes. It's a little bit fun, going back to that childhood, ouais, freestyle. Et vous pouvez aussi utiliser votre voix si vous voulez utiliser votre voix, beatbox, do whatever you want to do.
Non, pas moi pour la voix.
Non.
La voix, je vais passer mon tour.
Et pour la troisième partie, on va rentrer dans la discussion de comment ils utilisent la musique dans leur vie and a little bit of what Mariana said about how that memory and that sound is in us and how it inspires them and how it influences them. So, on va commencer avec la respiration. Pour 1 minute, je vais vous faire juste respirer dans le ventre, dans le chest. Et calmez-vous, et ça va vous aider à être complètement relax. Et quand je fais 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, vous allez tenir la respiration. OK? So you have 1 minute to completely breathe et relâcher le corps. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
So it's a lot easier. Remember what Mark told us. Vous pouvez respirer, c'est bon.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier when you breathe into the belly, breathe into the chest. Et ça te relaxe complètement. And then just take deep inhales and deep exhales. And let us know at home what your times are if you've beaten any of the participants. The next episode is going to be the breathing challenge episode, right? When we have our season 2 breath winner. And then just breathe. Quinze secondes. Cinq, 4, 3, 2, 1. Et on tient la respiration. How are you guys doing at home? And Letitia wins. T'as réussi
J'ai tout donné.
40 secondes.
J'ai tout
T'as fait
donné.
40 secondes.
J'ai tout
C'est quoi?
donné.
Yeah, he did. No, he There's been worse than him.
Non,
He
j'ai tout
did good,
donné.
he did good.
J'ai tout donné.
Ah, 40 secondes, c'était pas mal. So Letitia, you win. You're gonna get our wild orange. So that's for you.
I'm an artist. Breath work is a must, okay?
By the way, I didn't introduce them.
Yeah.
Can you guys introduce yourselves? I can too. I hope you guys in Montreal, you should know who he is.
Moi c'est Akanto. On se connaît déjà.
Ouais.
D'ailleurs, toi, tu m'as donné une de mes premières gigs. Ouais.
Ouais. Yeah. He
Donc,
played
je
at my
suis-
graduation.
Donc, je suis DJ, producer. Ouais, à Montréal.
Yes. And he's good, guys. Like, good.
Et on aura le temps de développer un peu plus.
Ouais. So, if you haven't heard him, il va être à Moonshine samedi prochain.
Ouais.
So, vous pouvez aller le voir à Moonshine. Super dope. Et Tisha, you guys should know her as well.
You should know me. Yes, I'm Tisha. For those who don't know me, I'm an artist here in Montreal, sorry. I've been making music for like a year and a half now. Big Brother just came out on YouTube, so go check it out, help me get those views. And I'm excited to share more music with you guys. You know how it is.
So, deux artistes doing different things, producing, DJing, and singing, using her voice, I guess.
Yeah.
So, let's go into it. So now it's going to be pick your instrument. I'm really excited for this, guys. When I was getting these instruments, I was super excited. So, pouvez, whichever one vous inspire. And I know a lot of you remember this. Je sais pas si toi aussi,
The
quand tu
flute.
t'as fait ça quand t'étais plus jeune.
Non, en Afrique, c'est un luxe.
Ouais? Is it really?
Non.
I'm like, non, mais je sais, il y a plein d'autres instruments, so maybe you don't.
Yeah.
Luc, c'est abusé, mais... Oh,
Ah, j'ai abusé.
oh. Oh. Ok, j'arrive pas.
T'as besoin d'aide?
Ouais, s'il te plaît.
Childproof.
I can't. Oh, ouais, probably child. Open that one. My nails are not...
Yes. Yeah, classy.
Right? His hands.
Do you remember how to play the flute, Jess? You don't want to demonstrate for us?
I got lipstick on, so...
Des excuses.
I'm letting the artists do their artistry.
Oh, yes.
Ok, c'est bon. On va le prendre
Throw
comme ça.
back. I
Right.
remember the little pink book that, I don't know if you guys, we all went to the same schools, obviously not, but a little pink book that came with
Ouais.
it.
I didn't go to school in Quebec, so... Ok.
That's so cute.
Vous pouvez choisir lequel vous inspire. Oh, merci. Thank you. Et c'est ça, guys. I got a foot tambourine. So this is a foot tambourine. It
Really?
goes on the foot. I got a flute.
How does it go on your, like you step
You put it on your foot.
on,
How?
and you just, yeah, you just do this?
Regarde.
Oh,
Oh,
you see, you have
okay.
to be,
But I guess you can use
Put it
it.
the
Do
other way,
however,
Jess.
use it however you want to.
put it the other way,
Which way? do you mean?
like,
À
so that it's
l'horizontale, ouais.
parallel,
Okay,
yeah.
that's it.
Quick maths.
Yeah, you see that.
The drum. And you see, I got this one very special. I'm going to keep this one.
It's beautiful,
Because it
yeah.
has the 4 elements. And it's funny because Mariana talks about the 4 elements. And then the tambourine. Ok, so je vous donne 30 secondes. Reach for whatever you want. Ou tu peux utiliser ta voix, comme j'ai dit.
You can go first.
Pick
Yeah.
your
Ouais, tu
instrument,
dois choisir
guys.
ton instrument.
Ouais, j'aime le drums.
Drums?
Ouais.
Voilà.
Merci.
Tisha?
I think I'm gonna do two, which is my voice and this foot.
Ah,
Mais
ok.
là,
Just 'cause
j'espérais
it's
vraiment
so
que tu prennes la
Yeah, je pense
Hein?
I
Fais-nous
also have
plaisir,
this
fais-nous
big.
plaisir.
Oh yeah,
Fais-nous
It's no
plaisir.
challenge.
Since nobody took it, I'll take it.
Is it a
We'll see
challenge?
if I can remember.
Oh, you're better than that, Jess. Come on.
I can't remember none of the songs.
Okay, come on.
I cannot remember none of the songs we learned. Let's see if they put some stuff for here. I don't even remember which each one represents. Mais c'est bon. We're gonna do it with inspiration. C'est des artistes, they know music. Feel it in your bones. And then do whatever you want. Play with it a little bit. Et après, je vais vous donner 2 minutes. and then you can show us a little something.
2
At
minutes.
home, c'est trop long? 2 minutes?
Oui.
Ok, 1 minute. I knew it,
Tapez.
tu vois? Trop bad! Ils sont trop bad. They're like, we don't need that much time, Jess. Ok, 1 minute.
You have to be good to play with your foot.
Yeah.
You can use your, oh, you're using it on your, yeah. Maybe hit the ground.
Ahí está.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use my hands. then,
Okay.
just to be safe.
1 minute. If you're at home, use your hands, use your voice, use whatever you got in the house, your triangle, je sais pas. If you got the flute from when you were young, use the flute. If you got drums, use your drums. If you got a foot tambourine, use the foot tambourine. So get whatever instruments you have or just intuitively feel into it. And then, are you guys thinking about what you're doing? Vous
No,
avez
not
l'air
yet. I
trop
thought-
chill.
I thought I
like,
was waiting for you to tell us to start when we can start.
Oh,
I mean,
start.
yeah, we're
Ouais,
waiting for
ouais.
you.
Oh, ok, allez-y, allez-y.
Our quick.
Start.
Then we're gonna start ringing and stuff, and I go on it.
Déjà, je vais m'excuser en avance, en amont, pour le massacre que je vais faire.
On fait genre.
It
You
might
can make a
sound
banger
good.
just comme ça. You want to hey, just so close.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 1 minute. Allez-y.
Okay.
So they're gonna play around a little bit, guys. It's gonna get loud, but you at home, you have 1 minute to play around as well. So go ahead. Let's see what I can do. I don't even. Was it like this? Okay, we got 20 seconds. C'est bon.
Oh man, this is gonna be a
Pop,
freestyle.
pop, 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 pop,
All right. Okay.
I didn't think of nothing.
Let's get, okay,
Listen.
let's get into it.
Ah, mais ça a l'air dur,
On
ça.
commence avec
Yeah,
qui?
ça. Allez-y.
On commence avec vous,
Dis-moi,
monsieur.
bien sûr.
Okay. We're gonna start with Akantu. DJ Akantu, let's go.
Ouh.
30 secondes.
Trrr. Pam, pam.
Yes! What did y'all think of that?
J'essaie.
Okay, let's talk about it. Comment tu t'es senti?
Ouh. Pour de vrai, j'ai pas pensé.
Oh, nice.
Ça venait juste, puis on fait ce qu'on a à faire. Hein.
Yes, I like that.
Et by the way, même dans la musique, j'adore les drums.
Yeah.
Quand c'est une grosse partie,
Moi aussi, j'adore.
tout ce que j'écoute, c'est les drums. C'est abusé, le tam-tam, des fois, c'est toutes les percus, tout ce qui est... Ouais.
Moi, je trouve que ça it brings something out. You're like, I don't know, the drums just feel like,
Yeah,
peut-être c'est
yeah.
parce que c'est comme ton cœur, but for me, ça
It
fait,
beats it.
yeah.
Et il y en a aussi que j'écoute pas.
Hmm?
Et il y a des genres de drums aussi que
Que
j'écoute
t'écoutes pas? Comme quoi? Ah, ben,
La trap.
ah, il y a
trap
des
drums?
there's trap drums?
Trap, non, trap music, c'est comme 808.
Oh,
Oh, you don't like that?
Not really.
okay.
So
Why
I'm
not?
picky with those. Huh?
Why not?
Pick
Just
I
like
don't
the
know,
way
Does it
it
pick
make
your
me
ears?
It doesn't
feel...
ring right or doesn't
Oh,
make you
make you
feel right.
feel-
Ça me fait sentir bizarre.
Ah.
Ouais, c'est bizarre.
I like that.
Mais quand c'est des percus comme le tam-tam,
Mhm.
c'est plus comme... Tu sais, comme tu vois, tam-tam, la dimanche,
Yes.
tout le monde est content.
Oui, c'est vrai.
Tout le monde est
C'est
content. Et puis, le rythme, en tout cas.
No,
Bof.
I feel that. I feel that.
So-
With the drums especially. Oof,
Yeah,
I feel that.
808, je vais passer.
He said no.
All right. Tisha, your turn.
Okay, well, I didn't. I'm gonna freestyle it. I'm just gonna be honest because I was just enjoying this too much to think anything up. But let's go for it. Okay. Inspiration comes in many different ways. Inspiration comes in many different forms. So where do we find the inspiration? Inspiration. So where do we find our inspiration? Inspiration. Could it be in a drum? Could it be just for fun? Could it be on a Sunday, on a fun day, on a weekday? You know what they say, inspiration comes in so many, many, many different ways. Where do I find inspiration?
Very nice, very nice.
You never know where you'll find it.
How did that make you feel?
It was fun. It was like cool, vibey. I've never done anything with
Yeah.
but it was a lot of fun to just like vibe and just go with it.
Nice. How did you guys feel at home? Did you guys come up with a little thing? This is what I came up with, if y'all want to hear.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Mind you, I'm not an artist, okay? I'm a creative. I create these episodes, but on va essayer. My blowing was not good there, but a little 1, 2, 3. I like these two beats though. I like the deeper ones. I felt like they were more soulful than the higher ones.
And now do we get to play as a band?
Do you guys want to hear us a band? On fait quelque chose as a band?
Ça doit prendre au moins 100 ans de
I
pratique.
feel like we might ruin your Sunday, so we're gonna keep it individually.
We got the rhythm. Come on, give us a
No?
give us
Okay,
give us
Vous êtes chaud,
a
hein?
soulful with passion. Covers us all.
That's not bad, no?
Yeah, that was good. Continue.
Excellent.
All right, now we have the
Excellent.
music. Maintenant, tam tam.
Merci.
En plus, you can use your hands.
Ah, c'est vrai, vas-y. Qui donne ça? Hey.
I got too excited. I got too into it.
You were supposed to. You're supposed to be a band.
My breathing was
si, j'avais
shaky
pas
because I
pensé,
got
ouais.
too into it.
Right? You remember plein by.
This is nice.
I want to play all the instruments.
So that was our little fun activity there, guys. Pick your instrument. It was all intuitive. They never, like, you saw me open them. So that was them just having fun with it. So that's sound and fun. Now we're going to go into the discussion part.
That was fun. It's like, you know, when you first went to music class in elementary school and they're like, pick your instruments, and you're like, ooh, everything looks so cool, and you want to try it all. And it sounds like chaotic in the classroom because no one knows how to play anything, but you're still having so much fun, so it's such a good vibe
Yeah,
and energy in the room because it's just like...
I know some of y'all hated music class, though.
Some people just logged off when they heard that. They were like... like, what is that? No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so on va commencer avec Akantu. How does music influence your daily life? How do you use it in your daily life? How did it inspire you to become the DJ that you are today? Because honestly, guys, the mixes qu'il fait, je trouve que c'est tellement like, I don't think I've heard a DJ mix like that before. I feel like he brings out the subtleness and different sounds, and his mixes just really mesh together in a new way. So, what inspired you? How does it influence you?
Bon, On est africain, right?
Ouais.
So, il y a des gens qui ont déjà fait la job pour nous.
C'est vrai.
À la fin de la journée, tout ce que je fais, c'est jouer ce que les artistes, les musiciens font. So, juste à ma manière, tu vois. Toi, tu l'as vu comme ça, moi, je le vois comme ça. Et je suis convaincu, tu vois, même en tant que DJ, en tout cas, dans la communauté, il y a ce truc de comme... Si je vais me share un meme sur ça, c'est comme les autres DJ, ils veulent pas share la musique avec les autres. Tu vois,
Oh, tu penses qu'ils sont un peu...
Ah non, même pas un peu, beaucoup. Beaucoup.
Ils gardent la
Beaucoup.
musique.
Mais je comprends
The music
aussi.
is supposed to be shared.
Non, mais après, je respecte.
Ouais.
Parce que c'est ça le travail qu'on fait.
C'est vrai.
Nous, on fait un travail de recherche.
C'est vrai.
On va chercher de la musique.
Ouais.
Puis on vous emmène ces musiques-là.
Ouais, that is
Maintenant,
very
pourquoi
true.
moi, je vais aller travailler pour toi? So, dans ce sens-là, je peux comprendre. Mais ça devrait être un peu dilué, là, ils abusent. Tu vois? Mais moi, je suis convaincu, on peut avoir le même set. Tu peux jouer les mêmes musiques. Je te donne toutes les musiques que je vais jouer ce soir.
Ouais.
Je te le donne. Tu joues avant moi. Et quand moi, je vais jouer, on joue les mêmes musiques, mais c'est pas la même chose.
C'est vrai.
Ça sera
I
jamais la même
completely
chose.
agree. I completely agree.
Tu vas peut-être décider de la jouer 2 minutes, je vais jouer ça 30 secondes. C'est pourquoi je vais la jouer 30 secondes. Ou tu vas la commencer, moi, c'est là où je vais la finir.
Oui,
Tu vois, c'est
ouais.
comme il y a tellement de possibilités.
Ouais.
Et comment je trouve mon inspiration, c'est... En fait, tu sais, je suis congolais. So, la musique, c'est...
Dans le sang.
Tu sais, c'est la musique. Tu sais, c'est la musique, on marche, on chante. Je suis sous la douche. Bon, chanter, j'abuse. Hein. Je fais des sons. Je vais respecter le craft. Je vais respecter le craft. Je vais respecter le craft. So, tu vois, c'est... Mes inspirations de mix sont saisonniers. C'est vraiment saisonnier. Parce que je pars toujours d'un thème.
OK.
Mettons, l'hiver, c'était couper, décaler, c'est électro.
Ah. Oh. See,
Tu
imagine that mix. Coupé, décalé.
Couper, décaler, c'est électro. C'est comme... C'est électro. C'est littéralement électronique. Il n'y a personne qui joue un instrument sur du coupé, décalé.
C'est vrai.
Ça, c'est le statement. Comme, tu vois, même dans la communauté, comment les gens veulent diviser ça. Oh, la musique des Blancs,
Oui.
qui est censée être l'électro, de la house, de la
C'est
techno.
vrai.
Mais non, couper, décaler, c'est de la techno aussi. Je sais pas, c'est une autre
Yeah.
chose électro.
Yeah.
Comme, c'est ça.
On va, en fait, on va jouer un petit beat. You didn't give me what you wanted to play.
Yeah, I
actually.
told you soul searching.
Oh, but you didn't tell me where.
Oh, non, non.
Kenzo va choisir pour toi.
OK.
Mais, so on va jouer un petit son que Akantu m'a envoyé, 40 secondes, so that you guys can hear a little bit of what he does. Et ça, c'est pas encore sorti, c'est ça, right?
Non, j'ai jamais
C'est un
rien
mix
release
qui-
encore. Non, c'est un beat.
Yeah.
Oh, donc il produce beats aussi.
Ouais.
Yeah, il a dit producer.
Ouais,
So we're
vite
gonna
fait.
hear it, and then we're gonna
Catch you
think
later.
about.
I got you. I got you.
So we're gonna hear it, and let us know at home how you guys feel about it, because I feel like music.
En dessous. What time is it? House, house, house.
So that was a little bit, so you guys can see what he does, so you have an understanding when he's talking about what he's talking about.
Ouais, mais le range est...
Yeah.
Bah, c'est
On
sûr.
s'entend. Je me limite pas. J'ai pas de code. Je fais ce que j'aime. Si ça sonne bien, même si ça vient de Chine, je vais la jouer.
Tellement d'accord.
Parce que
Yeah, if it's good, it's good.
And how did you feel
good,
about that
it's
song?
good.
I like that. It was unexpected, actually, the way it started, like electro, and then there's a bit of the Afrobeat vibe and the piano vibe, like tu veux danser un peu, but you still have that like vibe. And so it was a good surprise. I liked it.
But I got you. I got some different stuff for you.
Yeah, it made me think of like ideas because I was like, oh, see, like if you have a larger song, that in like the middle of a song, like the whole thing stops and then people just dance, you know?
Yeah.
See, look
And
at
so
that.
it's just a melodious part of a song where on bouge, and then la transition revient, the lyrics come back.
See,
That's
look at
kinda
how
what
her body, even my body was moving.
Listen.
When we
Yeah,
get
yeah.
into
That's kind of what I saw
and that
when
could
I
be
heard
some
that.
of that memory that because remember epigenetics too, right? So that sound has traveled through our bodies and through our genes and through our DNA over time, right, from our ancestors. So imagine all that they were doing back in that time that makes us move, and he's kind of mixing and meshing that, so I kind of like that as well. Tisha, how does it influence you?
The music?
So in your daily life, because he explained to us how it inspires him and influences him. So
No.
après
Okay. It impacts me so much. Like, I'm just like an overall musical being. There's always music going in my head. Like, everything. I love sound so much. Sometimes I'll go sit on my balcony just to like listen to, like, what do I hear? I hear the birds, I hear the wind, I hear the cars. I can tell when a bus is coming, when someone like walks by, and like you just like feel that energy. And like we're all energetic beings, right? And I channel my energy through music. That's where I can like focus and manifest it into like what I want. And so like I can channel my thoughts and I can channel my feelings. And sometimes I'm vibey and I feel dancey, or sometimes I feel like speaking on topics that aren't often talked about. Maybe we don't have those conversations, but it's music that I think everyone can like relate to. So like you might be religious, you might not be religious, but I feel like my songs would still impact you in that same way. Like certain songs like Circle or Soul Searching, you know, you don't have to believe in anything, or you can believe in everything and it'll still talk to you because you're still a being, a soul. And so music is just the way I like vibe. I'm always dancing, I'm always having a good time. When I feel down, in the shower, I'm like, watch out world, I'm coming. We all know how the shower acoustics ring. They have you sounding like Beyonce, be careful. You know, so music is just, it like, look, it makes me really happy overall, music, like sound and music, it's just.
love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to listen to a little bit of Tisha Soul Searching. This one is out.
Yes. On Spotify, on YouTube, on Apple Music, go look for it.
Listen to about 40 seconds.
Searching, soul searching, searching, searching. Your life has no meaning. You change like the seasons. Why you still fiending? You're acting a fool. You're trying to be cool, but you don't know what to do. You're collateral damage, surrounded by savages, keeping you average. Yes, they don't want you to win. Where do I begin? Break you down as a king. That's where the cycle begins. Yeah, you're living every day, but you're just going through the motion, stepping forward, but somehow.
Thank you.
Wow. Your voice, oh my God. Très belle voix.
Merci,
C'est incroyable.
So let us know at home how that made you feel. Now I want to go into a memory, guys, okay? When was the first time that you DJ'd? Or do you remember DJing?
Oh. Ça fait longtemps.
Ouais.
Ouais. Parce que je devais avoir peut-être 13 ans. Ouais, je devais avoir 13 ans. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Enfin, moi, j'ai grandi en Afrique, right? So, on n'avait pas d'ordinateur comme ça. Et mon papa, il avait acheté un ordinateur fixe, là. Et il n'y avait pas d'Internet. Il n'y a pas d'Internet qui est plug. So, tout ce qu'on faisait là-dessus, c'est solitaire.
Ok, yeah, ouais.
Et, tu sais, bref,
Yeah,
Windows
ouais.
7. Et là, il y a un ami qui avait sa USB key qui nous a passé un programme virtuel DJ
Wow.
et FL Studio. C'est Fruity Loop
Studio.
dans lequel, c'est ça. So, avec mes frères, comme tout le monde sait DJ. Tout le monde, parce qu'on jouait avec ça.
Ok, je comprends.
Puis on a commencé à comprendre comment ça fonctionne. On a commencé à, tu sais, on mettait de la musique, puis on va beat match, en tout cas. Tout ça, on faisait ça déjà jeune, comme ça.
Cool.
Puis après, c'est devenu, c'était cool à faire. Puis mon papa, il est aussi beaucoup dans la musique, mais comme mécène, il produit les artistes. Et il avait un studio. Et moi, je passais beaucoup de temps là-bas. So, c'est pour ça aussi que je peux faire une installation, je sais comment mettre les speakers.
Ouais.
Et c'était mon assaut, à comme 15 ans.
Ouais.
Je faisais louer des speakers.
Ah, nice.
So, j'avais comme $100 à chaque samedi.
Ah, nice.
J'avais juste
Ça
15
faisait
ans.
partie de ta
Yeah.
vie.
Ouais, depuis.
Nice.
Hustle started young.
Love it.
Puis je suis arrivé à Montréal. Ouais, je sais pas, la musique, on s'est trouvé encore. Pour de vrai, j'ai pas cherché ça. C'était même pas dans ma tête. Puis on s'est retrouvés encore.
Love
On
it.
s'est retrouvés,
Ouais.
puis c'est cool quoi.
Ouais, super cool. Nice. Tisha, you, what's the first memory you have of singing, I guess, because we started young.
Yeah, it's funny though. I think the first one I remember, I only remembered it because you asked, like, oh, what's his first memory? And then so when you said it, my mind was like, ooh. I think it was like in the 3rd grade or something. It was in France.
Okay.
It was a school talent show. I think that's the first one I remember. I sang Mariah Carey, We Belong Together. Because every time it came on like MTV or Much, I'd be like in front of the TV and I like loved that song so much. And so I think it was like a school talent show and I got on stage and I was so nervous. I was like so nervous. I also did a dance. Remember that dance with Jeanne?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I did a dance with my friend. I think that was the first time I got on stage. And like when you're young, people usually encourage you because like you're cute. They're like, yay. And so that was a lot of fun, but that was like the first one I remember.
Nice.
And it was a good memory.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think it formed who you are today as a singer, or?
I think so because like in grade 3, like how old are you? Like 7 or 8?
Yeah,
I think you're like
8.
8. So you're 8 and like it takes like I practiced all week with my friend to like get the dance right because I wanted to like present something that everyone would be like, wow. And like that goes into now, like before every show I want to make sure that people like have a good time and like interact with me. And I think it started with this my work coming out on stage and like I felt good about it afterwards. And since that's how I felt like young, now like when I get off stage I usually feel good too. So.
Vraiment cool. Est-ce qu'il y a des sons where you guys feel like c'est plus... Est-ce qu'il y a des sons, like not even a music, but just des sons that make you feel down?
Yeah.
La trap.
When that 808 kicks, you're like,
Non, je niaise même pas. J'abuse même pas.
Trap.
J'abuse même pas. Et la drill, par contre, ça me... Tu sais, je comprends. Mais la trap, ça me... Je sais pas comment expliquer, j'aime pas ça. Ouais.
I guess it really depends on the song and like the mood that you're in. Because a happy song could make you feel sad. I feel like in a sad
But it
mood.
doesn't even have to just be a song. It could be
But
a
like
sound.
the sounds, I guess like that make me feel sad,
Or down.
down. The slower the sound, and like the
yeah.
deeper kind of is when you go into like the deeper parts of yourself. I feel like so like think of like a soft guitar, but like it's playing in a low tone, like a doom, like those.
That
low,
would make you sad?
the low vibrations, like
or down?
yeah, sometimes, but like the airy ones. So
Yeah,
it's
I feel
like
that, isn't
low
that like kind of
and
wailish? Like a
and
wail?
no, because sometimes it like puts me in those thoughtful vibes, and sometimes those thoughtful vibes are when I go in touch with those emotions that are like on that like sadder side and like reflective, and that's it's not that upbeat. It's like that.
Je comprends.
Dans ce sens-là, moi, c'est le saxophone.
Oh,
Ouais.
yeah. The
Saxophone.
saxophone.
See, that's like a rich sound that like can get you in that vibe because of that richness.
Ouais, ouais.
The
Saxo,
deepness.
ça peut venir me chercher. Là. It doesn't matter, même si je suis
Or
en
a
train de marcher.
violin.
Là. Oh, violin aussi.
It comes and gets those deeper parts.
Ouais,
But I
ouais,
guess that's
ouais.
not down. That's more a deeper, I guess, emotion out of you.
Yeah, yeah. Saxo, ça vient me chercher, ça parle à mon âme.
Ooh, I get that.
J'adore cet instrument-là.
Okay, and then an upbeat, something that makes you feel more upbeat.
Drums.
Drums.
Same.
Oh.
Yeah, moi aussi. Yeah, as
You're
soon
just
as I hear drums, I'm
C'est
like,
comme let's go.
Right?
Yeah.
Like a tam-tam in the street can hold its
Yo.
own. You'll hear it from down the street and
That's
you're like,
true.
what is that? And like, da-da-da-da-da-da.
c'est vrai. I
like,
agree. I agree with
you
that.
know.
I agree with that. It's like gets you. I don't know if it has to do something with the heart.
I
don't
think
know,
so
but-
because it's a thump, thump,
Yeah.
thump, and your heart is also thumping. You forget it, and then you get in that rhythm, and you're like,
I agree. I
I
agree. Okay, what music? So this can answer it how you want, but I mean it in the musical sense. What inspires you?
life.
Can you explain that? Si c'est ça ta réponse, tu peux elaborate, s'il te plaît.
Existing. Life inside. Everything, anything can inspire you. Like, life just like your experiences.
But I mean in the music, okay, I get what you mean.
You know,
I get
life,
it, yeah.
like rechanneling that energy. So like I might, you know, just the smallest things. Like you could hear like, it could be a pipe over there that's going.
Yeah, but that's annoying.
No, but see, that's the thing. You're hearing annoying, and then my mind's going like, and then I start adding things on top. Like,
would it really?
It's certain time, not all the time.
Okay.
If it's like 3 a.m., I'm trying to sleep and the water's like tick, tick. You know, maybe then I'll be like, but if I'm randomly there having a good vibe and I hear the water like leaking, tick, 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 then I'm like tick, 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 tick. Like sometimes I just be dancing in my house to the smallest things can inspire, and then like that turns into something more. Maybe like 2 seconds. But that's just what I mean by life, like looking at, like when I look up, because sometimes we're focused, we're go. I'm looking at my phone, I'm looking at my job, I'm looking at this, and we forget to just like. And then so when you look up and see all the details around you, then that's like what I mean by like life, when we come into the present. So, yeah.
Okay. Akantou et toi, qu'est-ce qui t'inspire?
C'est des grosses questions. Hein. Les gens.
Les gens?
Les gens.
Well, that's me too.
Parce que moi, je ne crée rien. Et je suis convaincu qu'on ne crée rien. Tout ce qui est là, ça a déjà existé.
Yeah.
Tu vois, les gens l'ont fait avant. On le refait à notre sauce. So, tu vas aller écouter un sample de, je sais pas, de blues ou de jazz. T'es juste comme, oh shit, moi je le vois comme ça.
Yeah.
Tu vois, ce gars-là m'a inspiré.
Oui.
Puis c'est ça, plus les gens. Ouais.
C'est vrai. Because there's a whole lineage of people before us.
Yeah, innovation.
Yo. C'est vrai.
On ne crée rien. Il n'y a aucune musique qui est nouvelle. Aucune. Il n'y a pas un producteur. Oh, oui, t'as rêvé, mais c'était déjà là. Si on cherche,
et si c'est pas toi qui l'as fait, c'est, je sais pas, l'arbre.
Oui.
Yeah, what she was saying, how
c'est vrai.
les arbres, they have the overtones, right?
Yeah.
So maybe.
Ouais.
Sound is beautiful. Okay.
It really is.
Is there anything that you guys want to share about how sound has influenced your life, impacted your energy, impacted anything sound? It could be just about you, anything that you want to share with the audience. And then we'll end there.
Yeah, I guess sound is just, it can be used in so many different ways. Like our voice has so much power. So the way you direct that energy impacts like everything around you, right? So when you have aggressive sounds, like you're going to have kind of an aggressive energy and aggressive vibe. And so I guess we have to think about not only like the people and stuff we surround ourselves by, but the sounds. Like what kind of music do you listen to? Like words have power.
Est-ce que tu penses à ça quand tu DJ, à Kantou, like la personne qui va, les gens qui vont entendre le son?
Mais oui, je
Because
travaille
you,
pour
it's your tool, right?
Mais oui, écoute, c'est question d'énergie. Je ne prépare pas les sets. Je peux avoir une idée vague, mais il faut que je vois les gens. Il faut que je les vois. Il faut que je sois dans la pièce. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est quoi l'énergie?
Yeah, because I thought of that when you were saying your voice is energetic, but then he uses like an extension of other people and yourself.
Because the DJ is essentially throwing energy at you.
Exactly.
We've all been to a place where, you know, you're like,
C'est vrai.
Yeah. There's music you might dance to at
and you're
home,
like,
and you're just
what
like,
is he doing?
you know, or when the DJ is going, and you're, and then he puts one wrong song, and the whole energy shifts, and you're like, why'd you put that one? Because there's a momentum, and they have to be able to, a good DJ reads that momentum. He's like, when do I need to take him up? And up, and then, you know.
So you read energy à Kantou, c'est ça?
That's my job.
Yeah.
C'est littéralement mon travail.
He's the wizard of the disc.
Et avant, quand je faisais, mettons, tu sais, les petites gigs, quand je commençais, j'étais dans des bars, il y avait comme 4 personnes. So, c'est plate, right?
Ouais.
C'est comme, tu joues de 10 à 3.
Ouais.
C'est vraiment long.
Yeah.
Et tu t'ennuies. So, je vais me donner des petits challenges tout seul. Je serais comme, OK, vous voyez, tu vois le couple qui est assis là? Quand je vais jouer comme ça, arriver à telle place, ils doivent s'embrasser.
Oh, ouais!
Et c'est juste des petites comme, je suis comme, yeah. Je suis comme, ah, tu vois, eux qui sont assis là-bas, ils veulent pas danser. Quand je vais arriver là, à la partie là de mon set, ils doivent se lever. Et là, tu les vois bouger la tête petit à petit.
Yeah.
Et tu vois, je suis juste comme, je suis comme, Tu vois? Mais c'est juste pour moi-même, je suis comme, yeah! I did it!
Yeah.
Tu vois?
Vraiment.
Mais c'est ça, c'est quand même, mettons, si je joue des fois dans les bars comme avant, puis j'ai un ami qui veut parler à une femme, je sais pas. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire? Ça prend un mood.
Ouais.
Ça prend littéralement un mood. Elle serait plus acceptable si le mood est dans ce cadre-là. Ben, tu le sais.
Yeah.
Ben, je peux pas en parler
Energy.
pour vous.
C'est vrai.
Mais si c'est comme, ah, c'est comme, yo, je dois danser. Là,
Good,
comme,
yeah.
vrai.
Mood killer.
Parle-moi pas.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
but
Right?
imagine
C'est vrai.
a song you hate is playing, and then someone's coming to hit on you. You're just like, I don't, you know?
This is like you're gonna say this is bad sign. This is a sign that I should not be
You're like,
talking.
well, just stop talking. And but now your favorite song, but it's a
C'est
vibey
vrai.
song. Someone comes and they vibe with you, and you're like, hey, I love it, you know?
That's interesting because he said people inspire him, and he's reading people to channel that energy. And Tisha said life inspires her, and she's channeling life to create music. So I think that is beautiful. Vous l'avez tellement bien dit. Oh my gosh, there's nothing else I could say. Honestly. Sound is very powerful. I talk about sound more with my clients when it comes to how they speak to themselves and that the negative self-talk and how to transform that into positive self-talk. So it's nice to see it in a musical setting because I do love music, especially the drums. Like it does something to me. But I also like the slow tone. So I listen to a lot of sound therapy. There's Meylan that's amazing. She does singing bowls et elle chante en même temps et c'est tellement like riche. It just gets me in my soul, and I agree with the saxophone, with the violin, because those are sounds that are like very long, and they get you more in a reflective thought. And I like to do a lot of reflection, especially when I'm coming up with like themes for you guys or customizing my sessions for my clients. So that's how music works more in my life, but I don't do it like you guys. So it's very cool.
You do it
Very
like this
cool.
though,
Yeah, yeah.
and this is your sound platform.
Exactly. This is my sound. This is my music.
Yeah.
So c'est ça. Is there anything else que vous voulez dire avant qu'on termine? Où on peut vous trouver? Guess what you're up to?
Tisha Kofi. Everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Everywhere. Talk to. You can find me everywhere. Check out more of my music, more of my vibes. I have amazing things coming. And I hope you stay tuned with me, with him. You never know collaborations, and then you'll be like, dang, I saw it manifest.
I made it happen.
You saw it, you know, using our energy and sound to manifest.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
You guys can hire me for my flute skills.
Oh yeah.
Non, I mean,
You know.
tu peux la prendre. Moi,
So watch out.
tu peux la prendre. Tu
No,
peux la prendre.
I'm your next DJ show, just like.
Oh my god. Et toi, Kantou, est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose que tu veux partager où on peut te trouver, what you're up to?
Instagram. Et cet été, on est outside.
Yes.
Donc, on est outside, on se voit dehors, dans le bruit toujours.
Yes.
Donc, Akantu, A-K-A-N-T-U. Ouais, ensuite, oui, c'est sur mes plateformes que je partage un peu ce que je fais. Et merci à toi. Hein.
No,
Yeah,
Merci
Thanks
de
for
m'avoir
coming, guys.
invité. Ça fait vraiment plaisir.
Ouais, c'était nice. I love this episode. I love every episode. If you love the episode as well, like, share, comment, guys. Let us know more of what you want to see because some of these themes we're going to bring back for season 3. The next episode is going to be in 2 weeks, guys, and it's going to be on the brain.
Ooh.
The brain. It's going to be really good. So tune in 2 weeks to learn more about energy and our brain. Yes. That's all. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Thank you, guys. That was fun.
Let me get that flute.
I guess it's just la
What time is it? House. What time is it? House.